Hello everybody, this is Stephen Whitfield with Drilling Contractor, and we're here in Amsterdam at the 2023 IADC Advanced Rig Technology Conference. And I'm joined right now by a guy who spoke at this conference, John Dady of Seadrill. We're going to speak a little bit about what he discussed. He talked a little bit about automation, implementing it on the rig, and some of the results that Seadrill has seen implementing automated systems on one of its drill ships. So John, thank you so much for joining me today.
Thanks for having me, Stephen.
So, I know we talked about this project on the West Saturn drill ship, but I want to start a little bit broader. You had talked a little bit about the role that automation plays with the job of the driller. How much it changes, how much it doesn't change. And it seems like as we've seen more automation in this industry, that's been a big question. What's the role of the human? What's the role of the driller? So from your perspective, how do automated systems change or not change the role of the driller?
Well, I think there's a common misconception when it comes to automated drilling in that the role of the driller goes away, and I think there's always a fear of that when you start talking about automating systems. But the truth of the matter is, when you automate drilling systems, you're just changing the role of the driller. They're going to be doing something. They're more valuable not doing all the redundant tasks that the driller has to do today. So in my mind, as a promotion, you're doing something at a higher level. You're getting to focus your time on something far more important than just driving the equipment around. And it also extends further than that. The mechanics, the electronic technicians, the rig management teams, even my team, myself on shore, from a technical support perspective, our roles change a bit too to help support those systems.
Now, let's get to the project with the West Saturn drill ship. You had a litany of technologies that you guys implemented on that drill ship recently. And maybe we don't have time to go through every single one of those technologies in detail, but I do want to ask a little bit about sort of what did you put on there? What are some of the things that were kind of the more noteworthy things that you put on that rig?
West Saturn is an SHI 12,000 drill ship. It comes equipped with a NOV drilling package on it. So the NOV automation that was added is MMC, which is multi-machine control, which is for automated tripping, and Novos, which is the automated drilling sequences portion of the package. We also added some other things like the doors system, which is automated fluids control, and adding more actuators and instrumentation to existing manual valves in the mud system, allowing them to be operated and automated from the screen. We added a really neat little device called a typhoon wiper, which cleans the outside of the drill pipe off when you're pulling out of the hole wet, keeps the fluids down in the diverter housing. So things like that are what we added, and we also did a lot with the safety side of things. So we added sensors from Salunda for the fingerboard. So the latches now have sensors on them. Those sensors tell us if the latch is down or up, integrated into the control system. For the drilling side, it also will stop the hydro racker from pulling the machine or the drill pipe through a latch or breaking it off because it knows that it's actually down or in the wrong position.
So one of the things that we heard a lot about this conference was human factors, and just sort of the, we talk about the role of the human on the rig, right? And sort of safety, human performance. And one of the things that you discussed in your presentation at the conference was sort of that balance of the human and the machine as you implemented these automated systems. So what were some of the challenges in maintaining that balance that you saw from Seadrill's perspective?
The challenge, which was pretty much the point of my whole presentation, is communication. I think it all boils down to the fundamentals of human factors. And we can talk about information overload on the driller, or we can talk about automation complacency and any number of complicated and sexy terms, if you will. But at the end of the day, the success that we have had so far and how we got there is all about getting the right people together, having the right conversations, making sure that we're training people. That's really it. It comes down to making sure you get the right people in the room, making sure you have the support network in place, and making sure you take the time to tune the system to where it needs to be.
Now, obviously, you guys wouldn't be here talking about all this if there weren't some results, some improvements that you saw on the rig. So what were some of the performance improvements that you saw as you implemented these automated systems on the West Saturn?
Our biggest performance gains we've seen so far are in our tripping. So in automated tripping sequences, automation gives you consistency, meaning that you don't have differences between crews and how fast you're tripping. Slip-to-slip times improve. average pipe moving speeds improve, and we're nowhere near where we want to be or where we ultimately will get with the system, but we're improving day by day. We're getting to those slip-to-slip times that are competitive with the other automated rigs, especially the ones that are running out of Norway, because they've been running for years with these automated systems, and we're kind of the new kids on the block trying to run this in Brazil.
Well, new kids on the block, you know, always got to make some moves, but it's interesting to hear about some of these moves that Seadrill's been making. So John, thank you so much for letting us in and letting us know a bit about this project. Sounds really, really cool. So thanks again.
Thank you.
And thank you for visiting Drilling Contractor.